What's going on, people, and welcome back to a disappointing episode. I'm gonna start by saying we got issues with the Evo. So Saphire, on its last ride here, suffered something somewhat catastrophic. It's not terrible, not like I can't fix it at all, but I'm going to insert right here what I found. I filmed it on the last episode because that's when I had noticed it. It was supposed to be the end of the video, but I don't know. Check it out, and then we'll cut right back. Okay, people. This is a quick update time. And hold on 1 second. All right, so you guys cannot see this. Maybe you guys can. No, you can't. But yeah, so something catastrophic happened. I don't know exactly what. Well, I kind of do know what's going on, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly what's going on, because it kind of caught me off guard, really off guard, to be honest with you. So I drove the car up and down my block, and I'm being fully transparent here. It was just pluming smoke out the bottom, or out the back. So I got the quick looking, and look at what we got here. So that is a fresh little bit of oil here. I don't know exactly why, where. Well, I do know where now, but you see there's a nice fresh stream there. So looking up at the turbo, yeah, you can get a really nice look at the turbo here. Can you see it? There you go. So looking at, oh, it's pretty much dripping. I don't know exactly how it happened, but it does look like, yeah, you can see it. It's like it dripped all the way down to the bottom here, all the way down. So I'm very upset. I don't know why it did what it did, or why it's doing what it's doing, but it was a fresh Evo 9 turbo that I had purchased, but it doesn't look like it lasted very long at all. I have no idea why it did what it did. Like I said before, there is no lines going into the turbo for like a breather or anything like that. This is my intake. You guys know how it was. There is no holes on it for any kind of breather for a catch can or anything like that, which I do have a catch can on here. I just never got to show you guys. But what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this turbo back out, and yeah, I guess I got to replace it with something, because there's absolutely no way I can keep that bad boy in. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off here with my disappointment. And I'm gonna start looking for another turbo. I don't know if I'm gonna go with something bigger. Knowing Danielle, she's probably gonna say just go bigger. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to leave this thing off here. So if you enjoyed somewhat of the video, it sucks with Saphire, but we can fix it. It can be better, so I'm just gonna leave it off here. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Deuces. All right, so Saphire is down, but not out. So what I'm gonna do is, since I already have this Tomei intake, well, this exhaust shield already off, I'm gonna put it up to the side over there, out of the way, make sure it's nice and protected. And honestly, we're gonna figure out what in the world is going on, and try to go from there. So I don't think that this is gonna be a fix that I can actually do. So you know, the only thing that I can really do is take the turbo off, take the exhaust manifold off, and see what I kind of got, and then we can kind of go from there. So first thing I got to do, drain this radiator, take the intake off, take the exhaust off, pull all this stuff out, and then I can actually get to everything that's holding the turbo to the car, and then I think that's really it. Lower intercooler pipe as well, and O2 sensor as well. So fairly simple to get to. Just it's just going to be a pain to actually get done. So let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlefolk, pretty easy, pretty simple so far. Exhaust downpipe's got to come off, the radiator's got to come off, the upper radiator hose, the lower radiator hose can stay there, it's really not going to go anywhere. And the depending on what kind of lower intercooler pipe you have, either the whole thing's got to come off or pieces. So mine came off in like 2 different pieces, so I just pulled out one piece there. And I think that's really it that's down at the bottom there, to be honest with you. So now all I got is a bunch of 12s up top, a couple 14s, a couple water lines here, one water line here, one water line here, and an oil feed line. And then I can take off these boost controller lines here. So it should be pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And now I have to get the O2 sensor off just because it is plugged up. So I think these are T4s or T6s, or I'm sorry, 4mm or 6mm Allen bolts. I think they're 4mm Allen bolts. And then this whole bad boy should come off. I'm gonna do like I did before with the oil return line. I'm going to just leave the oil pan side on. Right now it does not leak. There is something leaking behind here. I just don't know what it is. So I don't know if it's actually from when this thing was actually leaking or if it's like super fresh oil. I have no idea, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But let me get this bad boy off, and we'll continue to move. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, so here we go. I have the turbo out, and I just want to do a preliminary check here. The valves, I don't know. I don't see anything crazy with the valves. I see something in 2 here. See, it's a little wet there. I don't know if it's that, I don't know if that's enough to actually like cause this thing to smoke and to go crazy. What I will do is I will pull the number 2 cylinder or number 3 cylinder to see if I see any oil in that cylinder there. But if you look at this here, man, oh man, it was just spewing out. Like, that's spewing out. That's not even like kind of close. That just looks like it's really freaking bad. Like, look at how bad that is. That just looks horrible. But I'm gonna take the O2 housing off. I'm gonna look at it a little bit more and see how much. Actually, you know what? Let's just turn this over real quick and let me see. Yeah, see, I don't. Oh, actually, you see that? Ooh, that looks like it's an issue there. So maybe it's not the turbo that's the issue here. So maybe it is my number 2 cylinder, whatever that is. Yeah, look at it. I don't know, can you see that? It's really hard to tell, but you can see a lot of oil down there. So that's a problem. So now I got to figure out why it's spewing oil out of here, because now I'm really concerned if I have a valve seal problem. If I do have a valve seal problem, I'm probably just gonna do it and then just keep it moving here, because like that should have no issue there. But seeing that that's oil in the number 3 cylinder, I think that was number 3. Yeah, number 3 cylinder, that's a problem. So yeah, I don't know, my battery's about to die. I'm going to see what I need to do with this bad boy here, and yeah, and we're just gonna go from there. Sorry. All right, people, so I have an update for you. So I am just gonna go ahead and do all of these valve seals. So as of right now, I do have the cams out, I do have the timing belt out, I do have pretty much everything from the front of the engine out already. So my issue is that I thought the turbo was just completely bad. Blew a seal, that's why I had oil everywhere. But like I said in the last clip, it looks like cylinder number 3 was the culprit. I can't really get in there and actually like diagnose what exactly happened, or if it's just old or whatever. But all I do know is that I need to replace them and go from there. So I think when I'm off air here, because I don't have the parts, obviously, like doing valve seals is a very, very intense job. As you can tell, I do have my air compressor hooked up, 100 PSI or 90 PSI in each cylinder. With this bar here, I can actually use this tool, and I can actually get all the valve seals out, all the valve springs and retainers off, and then replace all the valve seals. I already have one taken off here. I was gonna do this one, but like there's no point if I actually have to put everything back together without any seals in the car at all. So it really doesn't make any kind of sense to actually get so in depth with that. I do have some news. Since I did think that it was the turbo that was really, really bad here, and like I said before, it's a stock Evo 9 turbo, so with that problem now that I know about, I know that it's not the turbo. So I will be probably getting rid of this turbo as it sits right now. I need to take off the O2 housing, and I have this right over here, this bad boy. So this right here is an FP green, newer style FP green, and it's got a billet wheel, and it didn't come this nice. So what I did was I actually I didn't powder coat this. So there's this special paint. It's like 2,000 degrees or something like that. So I painted it on here, and then I baked it for an hour in my powder coating oven. So do I think it's gonna work? I don't know. I'm gonna have to definitely see, but it'll be something that I try to figure out. So yeah, I wish this video was more in depth. I'm definitely not going to get in depth doing this here, because I don't want anybody to drop a valve and blame me for it. So if you attempt to try this on your own, please, you can look on other YouTube videos. I really don't want to go through, like I said before, and give you any pointers on how to do this. If you know how to do it, cool. If you need some pointers, cool. Like, you can DM me in one of my Instagram or Facebook or stuff like that. Like, and I'll give you as many pointers as I possibly can. As far as like where to get tools and where to get the valve seals themselves. Unfortunately, the valve seals are, like I said before, a very, very tough job to handle. So thankfully, I've been around these cars for very, very long. So I know how to do them on the car. I know how to do them on many a cars. And this is no different than what I've seen or done in the past. So this is where I'm going to leave this video off. I'm very sorry that I couldn't really do or get to as much stuff as I possibly could. It was going to be a surprise with the FP Green, but it just so happened that the turbo's not even bad. So, you know, like I said before, I don't exactly know why, you know, the valve seal went, but I really have no idea. All I do know is that it's got cams in this car, obviously, like I've said before. I don't think the head has been done at all. Like, I don't think anything has been touched with the head except for putting in some drop-in cams. I don't think it's got upgraded valves or anything like that. So I think, like I said before, stock head, valve seals are probably just old and crusty. So I'm going to replace every single one of those just to be sure. I'm already here. Might as well do it. 4 cylinders, 16 valves. I'm just going to replace all the seals while I'm in here. So it's not going to be next video. I'm probably going to do that, put it all back together, and then put the turbo on, and then do all the stuff like that. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Maybe think about sharing the video. I'm trying to get my YouTube subscriber base up. Those of you that do watch, thank you very much. If you have made it to the end of the video, please hit that like button. Think about subscribing, and I will have more bangers for you, hopefully in the near future. I will see you guys on the next one. Deuces.